The Super Bowl may be over and football forgotten until fall, but even in the off-season, dentist Steve Marsh knows how to score a super smile. Steve is here with stories of patients who have unbeatable smiles. Let's say we want to sign on to your team. What's the strategy to get started?
Well, once you've made an appointment with our wonderful staff, who I should say is very welcoming, we bring the patients in, and if they want to have a super smile, we sit down around a table just as you and I are doing right here, and I like to get to know the patient, they like to get to know me. We take lots of photographs of the patients, and sometimes people even bring in pictures of when they were younger because they want to sort of recapture that, maybe for a class reunion or a family gathering. That's somebody who's very prominent here at Channel 3 who sat down with me. Fred Griffith, after knowing him many years, finally said it's time for me to have a super smile. So he came in and we're sitting around the table in my office, we're discussing what options are available. And he may give me ideas, I may have ideas for him, and that's how we do it with every patient.
It's a collaborative effort, it has to be.
Yeah, we talked about teamwork, that's exactly what it is.
That's it. Now, is there a way to see how this plan is going to work before actually everything's in place?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one of the things we really pride ourselves on. We want patients to love the result, and so we do make a plan, a strategy, if you will, and then we have ways to look at them with the patients so that they have a sense of what it's going to look like before we do it. Again, we want everybody to be thrilled with the result. And so we sit down and we do a wax prototype. This is a patient, and actually it was Fred's prototype. There's his teeth on the left. Over a number of years, teeth wear down. We've lived a long life. And then we did it in wax. We took his model, and you can see on the right a wax prototype of exactly what we thought we could accomplish in his mouth. And we do this with almost every patient.
Okay.
And this is actually Fred's teeth. And again, Fred has been kind enough to let us use his pictures because he knows that there are a lot of people in a similar situation, especially as we mature.
And his outcome certainly is great.
And again, the picture on the left is the before picture. When we say after, that's actually a model of the prototype in his mouth. At that point, it's still not done. We said to him, this is what we think we can do. We decided when we went to the permanent, we would lengthen the front teeth a little more, and we would play a little more with color. But again, that was just a prototype.
That's fantastic. You can see what it's actually going to look like.
Yeah, in this world with digital and that sort of thing, we want everybody to get a sense of what they're going to have.
Okay, and you've got some pictures of winning smiles that you've coached.
Right, and we have lots of pictures.
Okay.
And these are Golden Opportunity viewers, so they've allowed us to come on with this.
That's fantastic.
She had, if you can see, a fairly gummy smile. One of my favorite patients, very outgoing, was unhappy as her teeth had shifted as she had gotten older. So in this case, we did some gum contouring with a diode laser. It's very painless, easy to do, and did 10 porcelain veneers to give her that absolutely gorgeous smile. And another viewer works in a hospital, very kind, lectures a lot, as a matter of fact. She had had some old crowns done in the old days with porcelain on the outside, metal on the inside. They didn't transmit light, so we used, again, after sitting down together, we used some porcelain veneers, all porcelain crowns, no metal, and then did some bonding on the lower to give her that absolutely stunning smile. We talked about Fred. There he is with the before. There's Fred's after. And again, he had seen the prototype, as I had mentioned. We lengthened those front two teeth a little more from the prototype to give him a bright, beautiful, even smile. And he also mentions he doesn't catch as much food because now the teeth are evened out.
That's great.
And this is a woman who appeared, actually, Lori, this past year on the show. And
she must have been very proud of her teeth to come on in the air.
Yes, she was. And she had worn her teeth down, had some bonded fillings. And after a number of years, bonded fillings will wear out a little bit. They stain, they don't look the same length, and they wear. And again, this is somebody where we did some gum contouring, we did some porcelain veneers to give her that beautiful smile.
All right, I think that's all the time we have to look at your pictures, but it's always great to see them.
But it's all, again, teamwork between the patient, the staff, myself, to get the desired result, just as you would if a Super Bowl was coming by. If the Browns ever got there, we would want to have that wonderful result, excuse me, but that would be wonderful.
All right, well, good coaching.
Thank you.
Just like football, creating a super smile is all in the execution of the planned plays. And Steve's approach is a winner. To find out more, hike to your phone and give him a call. That number's coming up next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, the tiles that bind.